This is Jake from Deephaven, and today I'm going to show how to use listeners in Deephaven. Listeners are a feature that allow you to execute code whenever a table has been updated. They're very straightforward to use. All you need to do is create a listener function and then register that function with a table. In this demo, I'm going to show you how to create a listener that can send Slack notifications whenever a table has been updated. So here on screen we have data coming in from our RSS podcast sample application. I filtered the data into two categories, the first being tech keywords and the second being recently published. Let's apply a listener to these tables using the code on screen. The bulk of the code on screen is right here, and this is our actual listener function. All this is doing is looping through every single added row and grabbing the title of the added row and then sending a notification to Slack using the Slack client. So once we have this function, we can register it using this code. And then this function will run every time a new row is added in our table. So let's run this code and see what happens. I've configured this to point to my personal Slack workspace. So once this code is started running, we should be seeing new messages in this channel. And as you can see, we now have messages coming in. This is just one example of how to use listeners in Deephaven. You can actually write any function to be a listener, so any Python or Groovy code that you would want to execute can be applied to a listener. Listeners are an extremely powerful tool, so check out our documentation and examples to see more ways that you can use listeners, and thank you so much for watching.